Imagine being surrounded in a jungle, outnumbered, outgunned, and cut off from support. The rain is pouring, the enemy is closing in, and every second feels like the last. This is not fiction. This is not just another war movie. This is the true story behind Danger Close, and one of the most incredible last stands in modern military history. Welcome back to Movie Survey. We're breaking down Danger Close, the Battle of Long Tan, one of the most intense true story war film. From its brutal battle sequences to the real history that makes it unforgettable. The story takes place during the Vietnam War. In August of 1966, Australian forces had established a base at Nui Dat in South Vietnam. Tension was already high, and enemy mortar attacks had struck the base. In response, Australian command sent patrols into the nearby Long Tan rubber plantation to locate the enemy and assess the threat. What should have been a dangerous but manageable patrol quickly turned into something much worse. D Company, 6th Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, just over 100 men, moved into terrain that looked quiet on the surface, but hidden inside the plantation and jungle was a much larger enemy force waiting in the shadows. And within moments, the patrol would be fighting for its life. One of the strongest things about Danger Close is how it builds tension before the battle fully explodes. The film doesn't rush into chaos. Instead, it gives you the uneasy silence before disaster. The soldiers move through the dense rubber plantation and jungle terrain with a constant sense that something is wrong. And that feeling is crucial, because when the first shots finally ring out, the impact is immediate. There is no dramatic warning, no heroic buildup, just confusion, fear, and the horrifying realization that they are walking straight into a trap. As the battle unfolds, the true horror of Long Tan becomes clear. A small company of soldiers is suddenly facing a much larger enemy force, deep in hostile terrain, with visibility collapsing and communication becoming harder by the minute. As the storm intensifies, the battle reaches its most unforgettable stage. Rain pours down, ammunition runs low, visibility collapses, and the soldiers are forced to fight not only the enemy, but the elements themselves. When the battle grows worse, D Company is forced to hold position against repeated attacks. They are outnumbered, outgunned, and running low on ammunition. The enemy pushes harder and harder, trying to surround them, collapse their lines, and break their resistance. This is what makes the story so gripping. The soldiers are not charging forward for glory. They are trying to survive minute by minute. Every order matters. Every rifle round matters. Every position matters. This is where Danger Close truly earns its name. The artillery support becomes one of the most dramatic aspects of the entire film. Shells fall dangerously close to friendly lines, and every strike feels like both salvation and risk. That's what makes these moments so powerful. Survival is no longer clean or heroic. It becomes brutal mathematics. Hold position, call fire, endure the impact, and pray the next round lands where it should. In the real Battle of Long Tan, around 108 Australian soldiers, supported by New Zealand artillery, faced an enemy force many times larger than their own. 18 Australians were killed, and many more were wounded. But through leadership, discipline, artillery support, and sheer endurance, they survived one of the most intense engagements in Australian military history.